Episode are we on?
Number 2.
I took a break last week from the show, and it's just messed up everything. I don't even remember doing a show at this point, but someone reminded me I had to come to work today. So we're on episode 34?
Number 2, I believe, is what I've...
Episode 2 of the Friday Night Jack Sesh. I am, of course, Jack Manford Mandeville.
Oh, I also changed the title.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I changed the title to Jack Takes Over.
So are we doing... Is this on the Patreon or on the main thing?
No, it's on the main.
Oh, what? I just linked to the Patreon.
Well, it's okay. They can go there and donate money. Hi, everyone. Maybe you would like to see me too.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to go to the Patreon, but we're just giving the people to Jack.
Giorgio, again, you have bamboozled I. You have bamboozled I. You didn't literally tell me until we're on air that this is for the main page.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But Jacob Nichols says hi. Craig Dulesky says hi. Danny says no freaking way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a call-in show.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Giorgio, let's give him the number. Can we slap it on the screen there since you got all the fancy doohocks there? The doohickeys?
I can say it out loud. It's 737-203-0457. And maybe before the end of tonight, I can put it on the screen.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll work on that.
Yeah, so this is a call-in show. This is the Friday Night Jack Sesh. I already connected to the Patreon page because we usually do it on Patreon because nobody tells me shit around here. How was that on your levels, Giorgio?
Good.
Giorgio, well, I wanted to catch up with you. It's been 2 weeks since we've done a show because I was attending one of my friend's weddings last week. But you take this caller.
Well, Jack, while you were gone, we had Aaron Rodgers' doctors in the studio. But I think this caller probably misses you. Caller, how you doing today?
Caller, to whom am I speaking at? I am Jack, and who are you?
Gregor's Jack.
Dude, how are you, man? How's the married life? Craigers is one of our regulars, one of our regular caller inners. Craig, what is it like to be a betrothed man? What's it like to be getting to be having sex with a woman now that you're married? How is all that going? What is the vagina? Does it feel good? Does it? Are you attempting children? How is married life?
It's great, Jack. I mean, I would say this time around, marrying the right person instead of that first time, which is, well, I was just young, dumb, and full of cum at 21, 22 years old. But, I mean, that's the military. You kind of have to get forced into that shit. But yeah, man, it's going great right now.
Now, let me, you have two options here. You can either talk shit about your ex-wife or say nice things about your current wife. And which one do you choose? Go.
Well, since I already talked shit about my ex-wife, I've always talked about good stuff about my current wife.
Okay, let's hear. What do you love about her? Now that you're married to her and you can't back out, what do you love about her?
Great personality. I mean, when I have my off days from work, which i.e. is when I deal with fucking retards every fucking day, she's like, "Don't worry about it. You're fine." Like, she stops you from throwing temper tantrums, boy fits. Well, she stops me from
man anger.
People. Well, she stops me from killing people that are really don't see eye to eye with at work. But
see, now this is the thing, though. You can't do murder under any circumstances, and it shouldn't take a woman to talk you out of murder. You should just not do murder.
I don't know about any circumstances, Jack.
Well, not first degree murder. You can do manslaughter, I guess. You know, it can be a mistake, but if you don't do first degree, don't plan that out.
I mean, you definitely can do it in Vegas while driving 150 miles per hour, right?
Well, see, that's bad. You know what? No, because the risk reward on that's bad murder. That's still murder. That's bad murder because of recklessness. Okay. Trust me, I know. I thought about going to law school when I was halfway through my undergrad, to which I never completed. Craig, so what are you doing right now? You're on the East Coast. What are you doing? Eating some crab? What are you doing? Eating crab? Are you eating crab on a Friday?
No, actually, I'm being a domesticated husband and folding laundry and listening to you guys.
To the Friday Night Jack Sesh, only on the main page, which I just found out about. Literally during showtime, I found out this is on the main page.
Jack, look at me. I don't want to psych you out. I knew you had it in you, and I just had to put you in there. It's like when You're holding on to your kid and you're teaching them to ride the bike, and then you take your hands away, but they don't know you took the hands away. This is that moment.
Giorgio, for one, yes, I am a child. But two, I'll say this. I'm a professional. Look at me. Look at the way I look right now. I'm a professional, and I believe in preparation. And not that I would have done anything different, but I just like knowing. I just like knowing sometimes.
And I believe in preparation H, Jack. And also I like knowing.
Okay. Craigers, I'm sorry. Can I let you go right now? We're going to have other callers coming in. This is the main show. Even though I directed everyone to the Patreon page, because I always direct people to the Patreon page.
Which they should go to and subscribe to and give you money.
Craigers, do you have any questions for me that I can answer poorly?
When are you going to be on the next vet TV show or something? I've been scratching more Jack Mandeville content on.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. My whole policy with acting is that they invite me, I say yes. I don't put a lot of thought into it. But the reason I'm growing my hair out right now is in about a month I'll be in Seattle, Washington for a week. I got about 10 pages to do for this indie comedy feature, and I'm playing a porn store manager. So I'm obviously trying to get physically into the part right now. It's a good script, though. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Craig.
Man. Yep, love you.
I love you, man. I love you so much. Honestly, I love you.
I hung up.
Okay. Thanks. I don't know how to get off the phone with people. Well, it's been a point of contention with the upper management of Drinking Bros, a.k.a. Ross and Dan. They tell me I got to get through these calls quicker, but I'm too much of a coward to hang up on people. You ever hear two Midwesterners try to hang up on each other? It's the most excruciating thing you'll ever listen to.
Jack, there's only one way to do it. You got to slap your knee and say, well, guess it's that time for another caller. Caller, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Papa, how are you? Hey, Jack.
Hey, hi, who are you?
It's Lloyd.
Lloyd, what are you doing, man? How you doing, man?
Sitting here drinking a Vizzy, getting ready to go to the DSU game.
The DSU game? Who's that? Dick Sucking University?
Football.
Huh?
Boise State football.
Oh, Boise State football. Yeah, they're the ones with the blue field. They're the blue field people.
Yep, Smurf Turf.
Now, are you going to the game or are you watching the game on television?
I'm going to the game.
Okay. What's that entail? Football?
Yeah.
And what do? They just run the ball back and forth, sometimes offense, sometimes defense?
Correct.
That sounds like an exciting sport. Sounds like chess with big men.
Are there occasionally special teams?
Say that again?
Are there occasionally special teams that aren't necessarily offense or defense?
Lloyd!
Sometimes.
Lloyd, I don't want to put pressure on you on my show, but I got to tell you, the whole point of me saying yes to even doing the show in the first place is for two reasons. A, I need the money because I just need the money, and B, it's a call-in show, and which reduces the work I have to do drastically. So we can't have any bouts of silence. I really need you to pick up the slack and do a good job on the show that I'm getting paid for. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, so what do you got any books around you can read? Like Huckleberry Finn, not the N-word version. You better not bring that version in there. We need the new revised version. Or I don't know, like the Communist Manifesto or Thomas Paine. You got anything that you're just reading right now that you can read?
No, I've just been reading up on how to do like USO tours and other shit like that.
Oh, it's a fun thing. I didn't know they wrote books about that.
Well, it's not books. I'm reading the freaking government bureaucratic paperwork on how to get funded for it.
Did you know that I did a USO tour? Or not, it was like a USO tour. It's AFE tour, which is basically USO, but it's funded by the Pentagon. Did you know that I did a tour for I've done a few of them.
Yes, I did. I'm trying to set up a tour for you to go to the Red Horse bases.
Oh my God, I'll tell you right now, Lloyd, if you pull that off, you'll be in my top 100 best friends for the rest of my life. I'm telling you right now. Dude, you're already in like the top 250 of my best friends. But so those of you that don't know Lloyd, so this is the story. About 2 years ago, I don't remember which country I was in. I was somewhere in the Middle East, and I did a show. You do all those shows in a row. You lose track of where you're at. You're like, hello, Kuwait. They're like, fuck, we're in Bahrain, man. Fuck you for not. They're two different nations, okay? And then they would heckle me. Anyways, so 2 years ago, I was doing an AFE tour with a band called the American Hitmen, and I get off stage. It's a good show because I only had to do 5 minutes of stand-up, and then they did like 2.5 hours of singing. So I get off stage, and the guy's like, that was awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming out here. Here's my unit hat, and it was this red hat. I was like, okay, cool, thanks, bro. And I put it in my bag, and then a couple weeks later, when I got back from my service to my country supporting the troops, I tossed it on, and I'm walking around downtown San Antonio, and I'm better than everybody around San Antonio because there's tourists everywhere, and I'm a local. So I'm better than everybody already, and I got this cool red hat on. And it says Red Horse on it. It's got this Air Force unit logo, and everyone's like, cool hat, you Red Horse. And like eventually I got sick of, explaining to them how I got the hat, so I just started saying yes. Yeah, I'm Red Horse. And then I went home and looked up the unit and everything like that, and I eventually concocted a whole story. So for the last 2 years, I've been doing Red Horse Stolen Valor. And the best part of it is I tell people if they ask me about the hat, yeah, I'm Red Horse. But, I'll tell people, on a show like this that I'm not. I'll admit to Stolen Valor. I am Stolen Valor. But the best part is guys like Lloyd, who actually was Red Horse in the Air Force, he was sending me unit patches and T-shirts. So now I've just doubled down on my Stolen Valor. I'm even better Stolen Valor than I was before. Because at first I was just accidental Stolen Valor. Now it's like, this is I'm making an effort to do Red Horse Stolen Valor. And I got to say, I love it when it's a team effort. So thank you for that, Lloyd. I love you so much for that. And you know what? Now that I think of it, you're in my top 50 best friends.
Fantastic. Well, we got to get you on a couple of the bases, at one couple of the units, so you can learn how to feel Valor a little bit better when it comes to being Red Horse.
That's right. I especially want to do the 820th Squadron at Nellis because I know where they're located. It's the 820th Squadron at Nellis. That's where I claim to be when I'm doing Red Horse Stolen Valor.
Well, I know the airfield manager, the chief master sergeant up there. He was one of my troops when I was in. So I'll see if I know anybody down at 820th, and maybe next time there's a Drinking Bros event in Vegas, I'll make sure to get down in there, and we'll
get a whole unit reunion. I'd love to see some of the old mates. To be honest with you, I miss my old Red Horsemen. So that sounds fun. All right, Lloyd, I love you. We got to go move on to the next caller because I don't want to get fired because it's not that I love this paycheck. I need this paycheck.
Papa.
This is a very aggressive caller.
He's got 5 seconds to stop that, and if he doesn't, he's being bumped off my top 1,000 best friends. Hey, caller.
Papa?
No, this is Jack, but if you want to call me Papa, you can call me Big Papa. What's going on? Who are you?
Hey, my name's Taylor. I'm from New York.
Taylor from New York. What part of New York are you from? Are you from the green part? Are you from the pavement part? Are you from are you from Long Island? Or are you from what part?
Where Albany is, right?
I do know where Albany is.
Yep. I'm about 45 minutes south of that in a town called Red Hook.
Oh, cool, man. So are you calling to talk to Papa G here, Giorgio? Because that would take a lot of weight off my shoulders.
No, I really want to talk to you and about the process of artificially inseminating a cow.
Oh, so are you a farmer?
I am.
Okay, let's hear it. Give me the rundown. I'm just going to drink this nice drink right here, brought to you by my friends at blackriflecoffee.com. Go ahead. Let's hear about inseminating cows.
Okay, so are you familiar or no?
No, I know you got to shove your hand in there, and I seen it from YouTube. That's where I get most of my information.
Yeah, absolutely. So most people use their left arm and they'll insert it into the cow's rectum there, and it's a very thin wall between the rectum and the vaginal canal.
Yeah.
So as you're reaching in with your left arm, feeling for what we call the cervix.
Nah.
It's about, call it 4 inches long, and it kind of looks like the dot Ram logo looks like with the horns on it.
Yeah. And then what do? You just squeeze some stuff in there? Giorgio, He sounds like he's inside of a cow right now.
Jack, I'm scared.
Like
I have him on mute, but I don't want to take him off
Like
mute.
he
I'm
put
scared,
the
Jack.
phone inside the cow on accident. He forgot which hand was the inseminating hand and which hand was the communicating
Is he calling
hand.
us currently while inseminating a cow?
I don't know if we can hear. Sir, are you in the process?
Hold on, I'm almost done.
Are you in the process of impregnating a cow as you talk to us?
I am. It helps me as if I talk it through. It helps me remember how to do it, so I don't hurt her.
Oh, it's very nice that you're being gentle with her as you get her pregnant.
Yeah, I was also wondering if I could be gentle with you later tonight. I didn't know what you were doing.
What, you gonna make your way down to Texas and hang out? What's going on?
Well, I kind of want to be in Austin, though. I'm not a big fan of San Antonio.
Get him off the line, Giorgio!
I hung up.
Let me tell you something about my beloved city of San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is the cultural hub of Texas. What Texas is because of San Antonio. No other community in the entire state has the kind of diversity and culture and food experiences like San Antonio. San Antonio is Texas's city. And if I ever hear any of you say another bad word about San Antonio again, there's really nothing I can do, but just I'm pleading with you, don't do it. I really enjoy that community. Okay? And there's no needles in the street like in Austin. Sorry, Giorgio.
Caller, dear God, please enjoy San Antonio.
Oh yeah, I'm a Texas. I'm from Texas, bro. I have to enjoy San Antonio.
Oh, it's our man.
Mr. Manuva, do I got some news for you?
Joey, you sent me a picture the other day, and I had been drinking, so I fucking ignored it.
I think he lost connection.
Did he hang up on us?
I think I heard the beep beep beep. Did
We'll
you hear that?
wait for Joey to come back. We'll take any other calls that are coming in the meantime. I feel like I've already accomplished a lot tonight. I know how to get a cow pregnant, outside of the old-fashioned way, of course. I mean, I don't know how to get a woman pregnant the old-fashioned way. No one's ever loved me enough to let me do that. But
I'm thankful of that for myself every day, Jack.
I want babies.
Well, I understand.
I have babies, I think.
Joey, is that you
Yeah.
again? You tell me what the
Yeah.
big news is. I think I know what it is, but I want to hear it. Come on. So to preface this, everyone, a few weeks ago, I got a little angry at Joey because he refused to get pedicures, which pedicures are the most pleasant experiences any man can have. But so, Joey, what happened?
I got the motherfucking pedicure.
Now, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Joey?
I feel phenomenal.
It does. It feels. I wasn't lying to you.
I'm sorry. Let me apologize, Mr. Manuva, because I feel like a whole new man. I'm going probably tomorrow.
You're going where?
Again.
You're going
I'm
again.
going tomorrow again. Yeah.
Did you get your nails painted, or you just opted for the massage and the freshen up?
I just opted for the massage. I didn't feel like I wasn't ready for the.
You don't got to get
nails.
the nails painted.
color.
It's free, so you might as well. I don't think you're still in my top 100 best friends. But that's cool, man. That you went and you finally did it. Was it worth every penny?
Worth every penny. Everything was worth it. And I want to apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize. It's just that I was right and you were wrong. That's all you got to say. I don't need an apology. That's too deep. But just say you were right and I was wrong. And
Mr. Manaville, you were right and I was wrong.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. That's all the apology you need right there. I'm sorry, just doesn't cut it at my age. You know, I need to hear you were right and I was wrong.
Well, you were, and I have a lot of things coming up too. I got in a car wreck a couple weeks ago because I didn't get a pedicure, and I lost a lot of money because I didn't get a pedicure. It's all because you were right and I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Joey, are you okay from, like, obviously you're talking to us right now. So are you ghost Joey right now? Did you die in a car accident? You weren't in Vegas.
No, I was born again. I was born again through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Anything is possible through Jesus Christ.
That's right. And the good thing about being a Christian in America is you can get circumcised.
But I'm uncircumcised, though. It's not my fault.
That's right.
My mom's
Same.
fault.
That's right. Well, we will rise up as the.
Well, I talked about this before, man. Like, I looked at the studies recently, and the majority of men in the world are not circumcised. So all this time, I've been the one with the weird dick. I've had the dopey dick. I've had the dumb dick. I've had the ugly dick compared to most men in the world. And I spent all those years. There's always that token kid in every locker room, or when you're taking showers together in the Marine Corps. Or when I was in Red Horse as well, and you'd see the one kid that didn't have the circumcision, and you'd make fun of him. And now I realize that's just here in America. The rest of the world's like, you got a weird. What's up with that dome dick, dude? You weirdo. Get out, man. I don't want you putting that in my sister with that weird looking American dick of yours. And then I hang my head in shame. I'm like, and then I call my parents up, 1-800-COLLECT, and I'm like, Mom, why'd you do this to me? Why didn't I have a choice in the matter? And she's like, honey, you live in Texas. People don't have choice over their bodies in Texas. So.
Oh my God. You said all this in front of my future ex-girlfriend and my mother-in-law.
She'll always be known as the future ex-girlfriend.
Who may or may not have my kid.
Joey, are you getting chewed out right now by your current future ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Well,
she's right here. She can share the whole uncircumcised thing.
Young lady, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my insight?
Go on, Andrea.
An 8.
That's good. I'll take an 8. I've been like a 6 my whole life, so I'll take an 8.
Yeah, she's in it, Jessica. It's Andrea.
Yeah. Well, Joey, I'm so happy to hear that. And look, I don't know. I want to reward you for finally doing what I've told you to do, which is the most important thing you can do, is just believe me. We got to give him something from set, to say thank you. Is there something like, what about these headphones right here, or one of these expensive custom bottles of liquor, or like one of these
there's a bunch of wine behind you. Give him some wine.
Can I send Joey some wine?
Yeah. Or maybe the Hulk Hogan's belt.
Oh, Hulk Hogan's belt. What do you think the retail on that is?
I don't know, but I bet it looks good with uncircumcised dick.
We can send that to Joey if he wants to sell it on his own. That's fine. If he wants to keep it, that's fine. But we'll sell him that priceless Hulk Hogan belt.
Sounds good.
Don't I have to say the N-word to get that belt, though?
Dutch, get him off!
He's gone.
What the heck was Joey thinking on that?
He was just referencing the fact that...
Now I get it. Oh, get him back on! Now I get the joke! Because Hulk Hogan's a racist.
Well, he said it in the midst of lovemaking. I guess if you want to call that lovemaking.
Hulk Hogan said the N-word while he was doing sex to a lady?
Yeah, that's how he got outed.
He said the N-word while doing sex to a lady.
Yes, and that is the event in the time in which people are referencing.
It's never a good time to say that word unless you're reading Huckleberry Finn out loud. It's never a good time to say that word, but I feel like that's just the most awkward time to say that word. Am I correct in that assessment?
You know what? I don't think I can speak on it. Caller, can you speak on this?
Hello?
Hey, caller. Hey, what's going on, man? I don't even want to... I'm so overwhelmed by what I just heard about Hulk Hogan. Right? He always told me to say my prayers and eat my vegetables, and I listened to him, and now he's a racist. And I'm finding.
But tell me the truth, though. Wasn't his porn awesome?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Dude,
I don't.
He did. He. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I got a strict policy about not paying attention to what's going on in the world, so I didn't even know this existed up until a few minutes ago.
Bro, I completely understand. That's the reason I smoke weed. However, hear me out. Sometimes, if you turn on those notifications on your phone, you see really funny shit.
No, I turned it all off. Now, are you one of them potheads that like you don't do anything while you're on the pot, or are you one of them potheads like Giorgio? Like you're at your best when you're on the pot.
Homeboy, I actually own my house. I have a 40-hour-a-week job. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I call it dumb luck and grace.
Now, to whom are we speaking at, BTW?
This is Jody, J-O-D.
Hey, Jody, where are you calling in from?
Titusville, Florida, homie.
That's what I like to hear.
The U.S.
That's what I like to hear. Sounds like a nice town. I went to Palatka.
It's right next to the Cape where they shoot the fucking rockets off at.
Oh, that's a nice area. You got all them smarty pants NASA people out there. I went to Palatka, Florida, about a year ago, and that was not pleasant. Those people didn't have teeth, and they didn't like it when I was kissing my friend Donnie. They took offense to it because typically when you go into inner Florida areas and it's communities with everyone's obese and doesn't have teeth, they don't take too well to men showing affection to each other. You know,
so close-minded, homie. So close-minded.
Yeah, they need to focus on a dental plan rather than what I do with my friends to show affection.
Exactly. And in order to get that dental plan, maybe you do some side work with those gums on the corner.
That's right. Yeah, only in Palatka, Florida. So, hey, what do you want to talk politics and religion? Because I won't do it. Not on my show. We don't talk politics and religion because I don't know how to talk about either things because I don't pay attention.
Well, how about this? Are you willing to take a paternity test? Because I'm pretty sure you're my dad.
Okay, let's hear it. Age. What's your age? When would I have when would I have conceived with your mother?
I'm 14. My mom worked at a Kroger's. I think it was in Dayton, Ohio.
No. You tell me the truth. You said you own a home, so let's just be truthful. How old are you?
41. Fucking asshole.
Well, I'm 58. It could happen. What year?
That's math. Yeah, hell yeah. 1980.
1980. Oh yeah, I was. I remember what I was doing
by then, right?
Yeah, I was doing sex by 1980. Well, back then we didn't have smartphones, so that was the only thing you could do for fun back then. That and arson.
Absolutely. And you know how cheap gas was, homie?
Oh, I miss it. I miss those old cheap gas days from 1980, and I could just drive my big old shark Cadillac around, getting all the fumes up into the sky. I'd never even heard of climate change back then. I just wanted to burn gas, baby, at 50 cents a gallon.
Dude, and I bet you could drive around town all night for like $3.50.
That's right. We would go drive the strip. We'd go drive Main Street. Back in old McGillicuddy, Ohio is where I hail from. McGillicuddy, Ohio. It's right outside of Akron.
Goes this.
That's right. So what do you got going on tonight? Are you having drinks? Are you doing gummies? Or you just hanging out, holding the wife's hand, watching Squid Game? What are you doing?
Well, actually, I'm pretty good. I'm sitting here in, I think they call it a lanai or something. It's a Florida room. It's basically a porch, like screened-in porch. And I'm just fucking with Flower and waiting on some friends actually to show up. And we're gonna hang out this weekend and do some fun stuff. And my wife has some really gay shit that involves Christmas in mind, but. I mean, I guess we'll figure it out because I got plenty of old Tansy's rum up in the cabinet, so I'm doing good.
Well, you said gay shit. I got to say, gay's pretty festive, so Christmas is festive. And I got to say, I would love to do some gay stuff right now. I'd love to do all sorts of gay stuff.
I'm so gay right now.
I get excited for Christmas,
agree.
The festivities.
You are gay with holiday cheer.
Oh,
Jack.
I am so gay with holiday cheer. Man,
I am so gay. I am so gay with holiday cheer. It's coming out of my ears.
You get that? What's that stuff? You get that? What's that milky stuff that you drink? The eggnog?
No. It's the Black Rifle coffee espresso with
coffee,
cream is what you drink.
You take that down your throat with all that cheer? Heck yeah, dude.
And add some of Tansy's special spice rum up there. You're good to go.
That's right.
Ooh, that would be good. Spice rum and a little one of these.
Now
I'm talking, Papa G.
Now Giorgio's a pothead too. You guys got any, tips to exchange on best ways of getting high or whatever potheads talk about?
Kids, this is a PSA. Keep your bong clean. You will thank me.
Absolutely. You need pipe cleaners. You need to be you need to be studious about your pipes, okay? Because that is your fastest intake with flour. And your easiest and most effective way to do your business and go about your day. Nobody's trying to get caught up like trying to run your sink with hot water. Am I right, Giorgio?
No, I'm pretty anal about it. I do a salt and iodized salt scrub, and then I run it out in the sink, and then I run water through it every morning.
You hear that, kid?
Every morning?
That's part about being an adult. Right now, okay, you keep your car clean, keep your house clean, and keep your bong clean.
Exactly. It's David Goggins told me to earn my sunrise, and I think cleaning my bong every morning is doing that.
Is David Goggins?
David Goggins told me to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and like run. I'm not on that shit.
No. I got up that early. I just cleaned my bong instead of running.
Oh hell yeah, dude! You're a goat.
Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in. We're gonna get you something nice sent from set. Maybe that refrigerator over there, or a ghost bed, or that signed O.J. Simpson jersey or something. We'll get you something from set over here. But hey man, I appreciate you calling in. And God, I love you. I really love you.
I love the shit out of you all.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. That was a good call.
It was a good call.
Georgie, I don't want to jinx the show, but remember we had a pretty good show last time we did it in the studio?
We do. Maybe we just move Drinking Bros somewhere else, and you just do the show from there, like set.
Yeah, and we just make Dan do it from his Zoom camera at home.
What he did bring that up to me today. I mean, I'm going to go and switch to me, so it looks like we're talking to each other, kind of. Actually, I should probably reverse that. Yeah, no, Dan might be taking some cool Zoom calls from home. He has a brand new set at home. I'm assuming Brittany helped him design that and set that up. So shouts out to Brittany.
Brittany, his girlfriend.
Yes. She's very handy from my understanding.
That's a nice thing to have.
That's what I thought, you know. It's moving on up in the world.
Yeah, man. So we didn't get to do the show last week because I was celebrating a union with a lot of my old about 16 years and 70 pounds ago. I was in the United States Marine Corps.
Wasn't it? It was just your birthday recently.
It was the Marine Corps birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
All the ex-Marines are out there going wild for it. Yeah, they get crazy about it every year.
Is there a hoorah or something I'm supposed to do?
It's a hoo-yah is the Marines, or hoo-ah.
Yes.
Yeah, all them ex-Marines and then the current Marines, they go crazy over it.
I just, want to be respectful.
No, yeah. So they're out, but I went to a wedding and now we're all like old dudes and like, it's nice too. We all served together and we have, we obviously had unique experiences as young men, but we never even talked about the Marines while we were there. We were just talking about what everybody's up to. I got a buddy that's a cop now, so he's telling all sorts of crazy cop stories. My another buddy of mine, he's a roofer and he's telling me all sorts of running his own business stories. And the other guy, he's got like a top secret clearance doing, stuff with, like a civilian employee for the Navy. And then, it was just great to catch up with everybody.
Is the roofer the happiest one?
Yeah, he's also he runs the business, but he's basically a stay-at-home dad. He's a happy guy.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. But it was great to catch up with all those guys. And, it just made my heart warm knowing, we met when we were very thin and had hair and were very handsome, very supple and pink. And
I would say you're just as handsome now, if not more handsome, Jack.
Well, I've definitely grew into my man body, that's for sure. And
don't let society's image of what they think you should be like put you down.
That's right. Thank you for making me feel better, Giorgio.
Jay Fire, if is alone, should be a testament, and she's all about the dad bod. She's all about settling into life. So it should give people an understanding.
Yeah, I agree, and it's nice that that I can feel free to be me, mainly because it's the only way taking my shirt off is really just part of my paycheck because I have nothing of substance to say. So it's just an easy gimmick.
Jack, never have I wanted to throw money at you more than I do right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm earning 50% of my paycheck just by having that shirt off. I don't even need to say anything. The other callers get to do the rest.
That's what I'm saying. The other 50%'s right here. Caller.
It's right there. Caller.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Take over make sure you do a good job on my show so I can get paid. What's up?
Hey, nothing. Just sitting here chilling. Just finished watching your show, Checkpoint Charlie, on Bet TV.
Oh, what'd you think of that old number?
Oh, you did a really good job with Sergeant Bud. It was pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate hearing that. Did you know that for the first 5 days on set, I couldn't poop for 5 days straight, and so I can't watch that show because all I can think of is how bad I had to poop when I look at that show. I was so physically and mentally frustrated for the first 5 days of filming. And we filmed that, I think, for like 3 weeks. But all I remember is that 5 days of me not being able to poop. And it brings a lot of painful memories back up, mostly because I've lived a very nice, comfortable life. So I don't have a lot of other memories that I need to be painful about.
Well, shit. Sorry I dug up those old memories there, boss.
Oh, it's okay. What do the kids say? You triggered me. That's okay though. Like it's okay. I'll get over it eventually. Maybe I don't know. I don't see psychiatrists or anything, so I'll probably never get over it. Now let me ask you. What'd you think of the show? Good show. Other than my stellar performance, even under duress, even under constipation, the rest of the show, good concept, fun show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was a grunt when I was at Fort Campbell, and it just reminded me of the gay guards.
Going through the gate. Yeah. Everybody's met at Butts. Yeah. I worked with an actress and comedian on that show for 1 or 2 days named Chelsea Lynn, and she has a popular internet character named Trailer Park Tammy, which she was essentially playing that character in the show. And she's coming to the beautiful city of San Antonio here next week. I'm going to go to her show. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't even know if she remembers me, but I'm looking forward to watching her in action.
I'm sure she can't forget you, if I'm being completely honest.
We had a very memorable scene together. I am assuming you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we did share. There was a slight intimacy in a professional work environment filming that scene. So maybe she remembers me. I'll go see her after the show and say, hey, do you remember me? You remember that I was bald at the time and no mustache, and I was a lot thinner and younger, and probably a lot more. I probably smelled better because I was showering all the time. You remember me? You remember me, Chelsea? And then she'll be like, "Hey, you got to leave, man. I remember the restraining order, and then I got to go."
Oh, that's great. Also, happy belated Marine Corps birthday, Jack.
Oh, thank you so much for wishing me and all the ex-Marines happy birthday. That means a lot. Are you an ex-Marine as well?
No, I'm ex-Army, but
you're ex-Army.
I wasn't as cool as you, but you know.
Well, no, I wasn't that cool because when I left the Marines and became an ex-Marine, then I did it Red Horse, and that's the unit I'm really proud to be a part of. Mm-hmm. So where are you calling from? I'd like to relate to people through geography.
So I'm calling from Roanoke, Virginia, small town in southwest Virginia.
I know Roanoke, Virginia. A, I'm a Civil War buff, but B, yeah, I used to live in Northern Virginia, but I'd drive through there, and yeah, it's a very beautiful country out there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a lot of heroin.
So yeah, we see a lot of heroin.
Yeah. They leave that part out of the tourist, pamphlets. Come to Roanoke, beautiful rivers. We got the mountains and heroin. Lots of heroin addicts.
Yeah, it's like you go downtown on Campbell Avenue and you got a bum shooting up in the street and the other one passed out across the road. So I mean, it is what it is.
It sounds like small town Seattle. It's basically Seattle, but the small town version.
Yeah, I mean, we just speak with a country accent down this way.
Yeah. Oh man, that's really cool. Yeah, I used to live up in Northern Virginia, and my favorite part of living up in the Northern Virginia around DC there was getting the fuck out of DC and exploring rural Maryland and rural Virginia, North Carolina, anywhere but fucking DC.
Yeah, whereabouts in Nova did you live? Because I lived in Vienna, right next to the Dunmore Metro Station there for the longest time once I got out of the Army.
I lived in Alexandria.
Okay, right on.
Do you know where the Harris Teeter is off of North St. Asaph Street?
Yes, I do.
I lived right in that neighborhood right there. Very posh neighborhood. I totally didn't belong.
That's kind of how I felt in my neighborhood. I lived in like a high-rise apartment complex, and everybody was like businessmen, and I was just like that grunchy firefighter, and I was like, "Hey guys, you want to drink beer and do stupid shit?"
I bet you got more pussy than they did. You know what I've noticed about men in DC? Like not people from the area. People from that area are great, but the staffers and the politicos that go there, there's some of the biggest pussies I've ever met in my fucking life. Like they're very good at talking condescendingly and name dropping and shit like that, but they're like not just physically, but they're like pussies. They don't know how to talk to women or anything. Like I don't know. There's a weird breed of man out there.
Oh, 100%, man. I definitely witnessed like one of those like political kind of commentator guys, trying to talk to this chick, get completely shot down.
All they can do is talk about work or who they know. They literally don't know how to just talk to a woman, say nice things to a woman, compliment a woman, hit on a woman, flirt with a woman in any normal way. It's all who they know. Like they're essentially giving somebody else's resume, trying to bang chicks. It's the weirdest shit. I'm not going to say it's the saddest shit because I've seen people shoot heroin on the street before. That's way sadder. But it's the weirdest shit to watch. Like, does that work?
I mean, apparently, I guess they think it works, but sometimes you just got to come out and you just got to lay it all out on the table. You know what I mean? Just drop what you got on the table, and
that's all they got is who they work for. Because most of them don't even have personalities. All they have is their jobs. It's their identity.
Yeah, thank Georgetown for that one.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I could dedicate the rest of this show talking shit about DC culture, which, by the way, we would have to talk shit about LA culture, too. They're the same fucking communities. People just dress differently, but they're the same damn people. And again, it's not the people that are from there. They're great. They're fine. It's the people that go there for work are some of the most, in both in Los Angeles and the District of Columbia, are some of the most insufferable people I've ever met in my life. And I swear to God, if you don't shut me up now, I will spend the rest of the show talking about this.
Well, to save the rest of the viewers, Jack, I guess I'm going to hop off here.
Thank you for doing my job for me. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I was talking to Giorgio before the show about Minnesotans. They do what's called the long Minnesota goodbye, where they can never end a conversation. Everyone's always afraid of offending each other. So when someone initiates a goodbye, it can be up to like a 6-hour process of actually saying goodbye before someone actually leaves a place. It's well, I'm a coward.
Good thing I'm better at saying hello, Jack. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hey, caller, how are you? I'm Jack. Who are you?
I'm Ryan from Grand Rapids.
Ryan from Grand Rapids, Michigan, or Minnesota?
Michigan.
Did you know that Judy Garland is from Grand Rapids, Minnesota?
No, I didn't.
And do you know
Did you know that
Gerald Ford is from Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Yes.
I did know that.
You taught me about that the first time I called in.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I've never been to Grand Rapids, Michigan. I hear it's a great community there.
It's actually really nice. It's kind of got the it's small enough to not have big city problems, but it's big enough.
You got everything
to where
you
you still got, you got a taste of it.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, they proclaimed themselves Beer City, USA.
That's a bold statement, but you know, they could be Beer City, Michigan for sure.
I thought it was too, but turns out, you ever heard of Founders Brewing?
I have.
Yeah, they started and are based out of here.
Oh, they're good. I like a Founders.
Giorgio's a beer man.
No, not really. But yeah.
I am not a craft beer guy, but apparently, like a few years ago, we started getting like microbreweries popping up like crazy.
That's happening all over the country. It's like heroin. Every community is affected by it.
Well, I mean, we got 3 on every block here in Grand Rapids, and so I guess they coined the whole Beer City USA thing. I thought it was a bold statement, but when I started walking downtown, I was like, yeah, no, we're those people now, I guess.
That's cool, man. Hey, look, anything that creates jobs is good in my opinion. Even like the heroin industry. Hey, if it's creating jobs, you know, it's got some setbacks, obviously. But, you know.
Yeah, it's not taxed. That's kind of a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah, we could, you know, especially in certain areas, we can get rid of those potholes in some of those roads. But, hey, if we, you know, heroin creates jobs. So anything that creates jobs is a good industry in my books.
That's what they figured out in Colorado when they first legalized weed. They're like, oh, crap, we're getting too much money from taxing weed now.
We don't know what to do with all this money.
Uh-huh.
Better get more government.
Is Michigan a pot state?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That happened. Yeah, we were like number 3 or something.
Oh, good for Michigan. Very progressive. Very ahead of
I've never been a pot guy.
Me neither.
I never went into one of these distilleries, but I went along with my ex-girlfriend one time, and they were like, yeah, we need your ID through this window, and then we need to check that, and then we'll buzz you in through this double set of doors, and then once you're in there, we got to get your ID once you walk through the door again. I was like, you've seen me through the window like 2 seconds ago, dude.
Well, it's because it's a certain set of rules. It's a very specific set of rules. So the person in the place where you check your ID has to be a locked door away in a separate room from where the marijuana is being held. And then they have to have another verification of who you are there before they can like show you or talk to you about it. And in some places make you show it one last time before you even pay them, which is just like, I've seen you the whole time. Like you've been the same person I've been talking to, but they're just like, yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it the first time I was in there. I was like, good God, you guys. I mean, this is just pot we're talking about, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, if you've ever been arrested for weed, it feels really, really nice to go in there and shop around like it's an Apple store. So I enjoy it.
I say, yeah, that's got to be nice. You don't have to call up, Kevin, who's got to get off of work in an hour or whatever.
And Kevin's never on time.
No.
No. Kevin's got to make a few more stops and then he'll be there, and you're waiting around, and all of a sudden 7:30 turned into 9:30 turned into 11:45, and then maybe Kevin shows up by 12:30, and yeah, you fell asleep on the couch waiting on Kevin, and then now you wake up and you do it again.
Yep.
But now it's $10 more today because Kevin tried to come by yesterday, but you weren't around.
Yeah, because it's like I got backed up because I don't have any shit anymore. It's just like, dude, that's because you left me waiting.
Yes. You know the pain. You know the pain. This is the struggle.
Well, I don't, but I've watched it like firsthand. I've never been a pot guy.
Well, it's to each their own.
I've tried it, and it was just like, yeah, it's relaxing and whatnot, but I never needed any help with that.
Right.
Cocaine, on the other hand, that's a good time.
Yeah.
It's normally one or the other. You're either if you don't like pot, you might want to try cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if you do like pot, you probably want to try cocaine anyway because you might like both.
Yeah, you don't want to fall asleep when the party starts.
No.
You guys want to talk about heroin?
I've never done heroin, Jack. That was on my list of things not to do.
Oh,
yeah.
My whole theory with life is don't knock it till you tried it, and I've never tried it, so I'm not going to knock it.
I say heroin's one of those things. I've never actually heard anything good about it.
Yeah, they don't say a lot of good things about it. I think a big reason why I'll probably never knock it is because I'll never try it. So.
Yeah, I've never bumped anybody who's done heroin, and they're like, no, it's just got a bad name. Just try it.
I only do medicinal heroin.
Exactly.
Man.
They just changed the name, so it's good. It's like, oh, I only do morphine.
I'm just doing medicinal heroin. I live down the street from what's the stuff they give them when they're getting off that stuff?
Methadone.
Methadone. I live down the street from a methadone clinic, and holy shit, Night of the Walking Dead. They walk around like zombies. They don't even realize you're there.
Yeah, all my group drug meeting sessions that I had to go to was beside a methadone clinic, so I would see them twice a week.
Yeah, it's a humbling thing. It really, if you want to make sure people don't do heroin, take them around a methadone clinic.
Like a Scared Straight thing, but for drugs.
It's really sad to watch. I'm at that age where I have empathy for people, so sorry I can't make fun of them. I'm too old for that now. Now I feel bad for people.
I'm almost there. Like I'll still make fun of them, but I'll be dying a little bit inside.
That's good. That's called growth. And the older you get, the more you're gonna do it. And that's it feels good. It feels good to grow. I'm also
you're gonna make me proud of myself.
No, you need to be proud of yourself because look, I got a shit self-esteem, and I got to do. Can I tell you a little something? I just had a birthday a couple months ago, and
really?
It was kind of one of those birthdays where I'm having a positive life crisis, where I'm doing all these positive things. I'm very fulfilled with my career. I'm very fulfilled with my personal life, but I haven't done things for others. I've done things for others professionally. I've done things for my friends, but I have never just truly given back for the sake of giving back. And we're just doing positive things. So I'm doing all these little activities where I'm trying to be a better, not that I was ever a bad person, but I'm trying to give back. So I've been I signed up to do some volunteer stuff, and then, which I'm just going to do on my own. And I could be lying to you right now because I'm not going to post about it ever. So, you're just going to have to trust that I care about my community. But
I trust that you care.
Yeah, and then I've been writing letters to people, that I've known throughout my life, just writing a little 2 or 3 sentence letter to people, sending one out a day. Giorgio, I actually wrote one for you.
Really?
And, yeah, I have it addressed here, but I haven't sent it out yet. But yeah, I've just been doing these little positive things. I'm calling it a positive life crisis because nothing negative is happening. It's all positive stuff.
No, I know exactly what
I'm not going out and buying a freaking, Corvette or anything like that. And I'm only growing my hair out for work,
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. I had that kind of epiphany a little while ago. Like, I mean, truck paid off, good job going on. It was just like everything was going well. And I was just like, something's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
But then it didn't. And I was just like, oh my God, is this like what life is supposed to be like?
Yeah.
And it's been pretty good so far.
That's a good feeling to have when, there's nothing wrong with being on a certain level of cruise control in life. People, especially in specifically in the United States, we have this go, go, go mentality. You got to make it better, better, better. But it's okay to be on cruise control, especially the whole point of you working your ass off in your 20s and 30s is to get to a point where you can keep bringing in that money, but still put effort into your job, but there's a little more cruise control aspect and it feels nice. And then you can go volunteer on the weekends.
I was about to say that I love the whole cruise control thing because I'm a truck driver and all. So it's just like, that's my mode for life.
You like it both metaphorically and literally.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like going into the big cities because you gotta start hitting that brake and doing things on your own.
Oh God, no, I hate that.
I'm telling you. Well, that's good. This has been the most pleasant of our conversations. And just because this has been such a pleasant conversation, I think we're gonna send you. What's the most valuable thing we have in the studio, Giorgio?
I think that that Eagle beer bong over your left shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah, that Eagle beer bong right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the most valuable thing.
We're gonna send you some free stuff without Ross's permission, just for being such not because you were a great caller, but because
we had such
you've
a good
been
time.
A pleasant caller. Yeah, I feel better about myself after talking to you because Lord knows I'm not ever going to go to a psychiatrist, so I'll take any free help I can get. And you've really changed my day until like after I get off the show, I'll go back to like wanting to you know what. So,
I was about to say one last thing before I go because I know you got to get more callers.
Yes.
Oh, I finally watched that movie Over the Top that you've been telling me about.
Oh yeah. I think the last time I saw it was with Ross, and that was years ago. What'd you think, man? Stallone in a big rig.
That was awesome. That's exactly what trucker life is like. I mean, it's truck stops and arm wrestling competition.
That's it, man. Yeah, and kidnapping your own child.
That was a kidnapping, but I mean, you do abandon your children for life.
Yeah.
And then, you wait till they grow up to have a meaningful moment. I think that's really the best way to father as a truck driver.
Yeah. So, you know what I loved about 80s cinema is they would take any job whatsoever, any job you could conceive of, and they would just turn it into the sexiest thing on earth. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, what occupation haven't we written a movie about yet? Truck drivers. All right. So this guy's a truck driver, and he does arm wrestling competitions wherever he goes. All the truckers know wherever we stop, we're doing arm wrestling.
Yeah. Who can we get that's the ultimate underdog in every movie? Stallone,
yeah.
Yes, let's make it.
Because he's short. It's believable that he's the underdog because he's short.
Because he's short, even though he's, the most physically fit man on set.
Thanks for calling.
Well, he was like 200 pounds smaller than the bad guy in that movie.
That's right. Yeah, they got one of them Bam Bam Bigelow looking motherfuckers. Did Bam Bam Bigelow make a sex tape?
I hope not.
I'm finding out all my wrestling heroes are racist sex tape people all of a sudden.
I have scoured the internet for all the porn, and I have not seen it yet. But I will keep looking.
All right.
Well, I'll keep looking now. Thanks for calling in. Jack, okay. I really want to go back into this because 80s movie cinema with Stallone.
Yes.
All right. So
I like that you have opinions on this.
Yes. So how do we feel about Demolition Man? Because him, Wesley Snipes, futuristic, post-apocalyptic, everything's Taco Bell.
That was 90s, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I absolutely love the concept. Demolition Man was great. But it had some great it had some good commentary on society.
It did. That's what I'm saying, and it held up.
Yes. Well, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
I feel like those cars aren't too different than what we think the Teslas are going to be in a couple years.
You know, it'd be a funny thing to do on April 1st of this year is take away all the toilet paper out of the studio and just put seashells in it.
If anyone would get it, just 3 seashells on each side.
And they come out, they're like, "Where's the toilet paper?" Oh, you don't know about the 3 seashells?
Yeah, you don't know how to use the 3.
Yeah, and it's one of these guys that works here that's like 23. I'm like, I don't get that reference at all. I'm like, oh, it was a movie with Sylvester Stallone from 1994.
I feel like Dan may either appreciate that or eventually break him. Like that's the reference that he just like pulls it out and it's
just done.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, and we got and we're making the news for the night because we're one more mass shooting in America that will be out of the news.
Oh man, Jack, if I have to go out, please let it go out doing a Demolition Man reference.
Oh, I absolutely approve. Yeah, absolutely.
Like nothing would I would be smiling in whatever open casket I would be in.
I know the 3 seashells. What are some other demolition? They got the Taco Bell. The tiny Taco Bell. Yeah.
Oh, everything is Taco Bell.
Yeah, everything's Taco Bell, and it's super tiny. And what else?
The Museum of Weapons.
The Museum of Weapons. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and they don't have normal sex.
No.
They do. They put on their little head devices. Now, I was having a conversation with Handsome Dan before you got here, and he was telling that they'd been doing these studies, and Gen Z, Zillennials, they call them. I think, what are they, like 24 and under, 22 and under? Yes. That's Gen Z. He's saying that they are having less sex.
Yeah, they're not having sex.
They're not having sex at that age. No. Everything is more it's so interactive that they're losing the desire to have sex.
Well, satisfaction is the death of desire, Jack.
How could anything top sex? It's literally our only purpose on this planet is to have sex. Literally the only reason why we're here is to have sex.
I think they've been to like isolate like the mechanisms of it.
Maybe they're more advanced than we are.
And they're able to like feed that in a way, whether it's.
So we shouldn't even knock it. They're onto something that maybe our generation could have enjoyed.
Do you think it was like a slow progression down? Like they never would have made it if they didn't have that like generation in the middle that was told to use condoms?
Well, I think people have been. I mean, what's the one above me? I'm a millennial. What's the one older than me?
Boomer.
No. There's an in between. Gen Z. No, Gen X.
Generation X.
Gen X. They were the ones that really got into the condom stuff.
Right. Yeah. And it's just like they made sex
suck.
Those
bastards were the ones that started HPV.
Again, only a female disease.
Yeah, well, men have it too. It just doesn't affect men the same way. But men can also have physical ramifications from it.
Yeah, but nah.
I'm at that age where I was too old for the what's it called? The vaccine. And so pretty if
we can't say that, Jack, even in reference to something else.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyways.
We've probably already got some sort of banner below us.
What the heck? Okay. So my whole point is just if you're a man or woman my age, there's a good chance you already have that shit.
Right. It's kind of like, I mean, I've had, cold sores.
And HSV1.
And I've had shingles. So yeah.
I hear that's terrible.
Oh, it burned so bad. It was all across my back. Like it was just a terrible, terribly painful time. Caller, have you ever had shingles?
No, I've never had shingles.
You don't know the pain.
No, I don't. I don't ever want to know the pain. In fact, I've never even had fucking chicken pox.
Now I can't.
Well, that's dangerous.
I can't say the V word. No, because they have a V word for that now. They've had it for years. People at a certain age, it's not going to happen again. It's not dangerous anymore because they're essentially going to eradicate it as long as people are.
But why
was it
even
dangerous to begin with? Could you die from chickenpox?
As an adult, yes.
Yes. So the whole point was, I was from the generation where you got it. The whole point was make sure your kid gets it as soon as possible. So if like a kid in the neighborhood got chickenpox, parents would intentionally send their kids to go over there and play with that kid because
pox parties.
Yeah, the younger you get it, the better off you are. Now, if you get it in your adult years, it can be deadly. So yeah, when I was young, I got it, I think when I was 7 or 8, and I'm pretty sure my mother intentionally made sure that happened.
That's a good mom. That's
Yeah.
a good mom.
She wanted me to get poxed.
Well, Jack, I got 2 things for you. Can you wish my fiance who's on the phone with me happy birthday?
Happy birthday. Yes. Fiance, hello, Jack Manford Manville first. Hey, I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear fiance. Happy birthday to you. Now, what's fiance's name?
Margaret.
Margaret. What's Margaret turning? 22, 23?
A little louder.
32.
Okay, she's turning 23. Margaret, I gotta say, in your 23 years on this planet, you've done such a good job. And I don't even have to ask questions what you do for a living or what your social life is like. I know you're dating this guy, which means you're just killing it. You're killing it. And there's no better man to spend a birthday with than this guy. I got to tell you, Margaret, I'm so happy for you to enjoy another year. And you've honestly, I'm so happy that you're at that age where you could have got Gardasil. You're old enough, you're young enough to where you could get Gardasil. And I'm so happy you're at that age where you never had to experience the pox. And Margaret, I got to say, you're just killing it at 23. You're just killing it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Jack, it is old Easy Eyes Rotolo.
Oh, old handsome eyes. Yeah, sexy
Handsome
eyes, sweet eyes, old greenie. Yeah, the chairman of the board, BORDD. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good. We're doing good tonight. We're having a big old party here at the new house.
Did something happen to you? You lost your accent. I thought you were from Louisiana. I thought you had an accent.
You want me to talk with my accent, boy?
Is it like, when you get the you-know-what and you lose smell and taste? Did you lose your accent from like an accident or something like that?
That accent comes out real heavy when I've been drinking good.
You know why I'm afraid to do like these, I got a few friends that are into these like ayahuasca things, they love, the heavy duty hallucinogen stuff. You know why I'm afraid to do? I'm afraid that it's going to bring up some repressed thing from my youth and I'm going to get my Minnesota accent back. And I have to talk like that again after all those years I spent trying to shake it. I really don't want, I don't want it to tap into a part of my brain where that accent just comes out of me again and I can't get rid of it.
Well, I got to be real. I go to Lafayette about twice a year, Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they're real Cajuns,
Yeah.
We're just, I don't know, New Orleans aristocrat motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But I go to Lafayette, Louisiana about twice a year, and I pick up that real heavy Cajun accent. Oh, dude, my voice sounds so sweet. I just can't even take it. I want to love on myself all the time.
I got it, man. I got it. You hear that accent, and there's a type of mental arousal that happens when you hear it. You just get brain horny is what happens. Your brain gets so horny, and it gets so much pleasure. And it's almost like you have a brain cum when you hear it.
Jack, have you ever heard a Cajun talk about food?
Yes. Well, I never had Cajun food till I was 32 years old. And I got to say, it's the most underrated food. I'm not going to say it's the best food in America, but it's the most underrated, underappreciated, unheralded food in America.
I mean, do you realize why we have the highest obesity rate? Because the food's fucking delicious.
You guys,
it's made of butter, flour, and meat,
everything,
and rice.
You guys do it up so good, boudin and all that stuff. Holy moly! The first time I had boudin, I said, "What? How have I been missing out on this?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm from Minnesota. We don't do that bullshit up there."
No, y'all don't do anything. The best y'all do is probably what? Cheese curds.
Curds.
What is cheese curd? What the fuck is a cheese curd?
It's a ball of cheese that's fried. That's what a cheese curd is. It's a ball of cheese that's fried. Now, I got to say this, too, and I get very heated about this. All right, I was actually, I consider myself a Minnesotan, but I lived there from 5 to 18. The first 5 years of my life, though, I spent in Los Angeles. I was actually born in LA. I have LA roots, and I lived out in Southern California on and off for years. Both when I was a hero serving my country, and also when I was a hero as a struggling writer trying to make it big, which never came to fruition. Anyways,
Oh,
So
bullshit.
I got experience. I got experience in Southern California. I also have experience in Texas. I've lived all throughout Texas, cumulatively for about 8 years. I've lived in Austin. I've lived in San Antonio on and off. I've lived in West Texas. Anyways, Texans and Californians it's just insufferable with their friggin' Whataburger versus In-N-Out debate. Like it's such a, I'm so sick of hearing them go at it. And what bothers me the most.
It doesn't even matter that much.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
But what bothers me the most.
It's a fucking burger.
But what bothers me the most is I'm from the Midwest, okay? And we have a chain up there that absolutely 100% deserves to be in the conversation. It's called Culver's. And Culver's,
absolutely. The Culver's Butter Burger is phenomenal.
If they're going to do the whole Whataburger and In-N-Out back and forth, you have to throw a third party into the ring, okay? It's happened before.
But the ice cream at Culver's is top notch.
It's top notch.
It's even better.
Culver's is a superior. I believe Culver's is the better out of those three chains that I named. Culver's 100% needs to be in the what is the best regional chain conversation.
And they have a fried cheese.
Now, Jack, I have a question about burgers and ingredients.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried peanut butter on your burger?
No, but tell me what the experience is like.
The experience is a salty and savory experience. Don't add the jelly, but definitely do. Are you a crunchy or are you a smooth? Creamy.
I'm a crunchy guy. I like it crunchy.
Oh, thank fucking God. I don't understand people who don't like a little bit of fucking texture to the goddamn peanut butter.
Oh, it's the same people that drink skim milk. Cowards.
Oh, fucking weak-ass motherfuckers.
Or fit people, too.
Yeah, I guess so. Jack, do you remember what I Instagram messaged you about earlier this week that I told you would not remember?
Well, now let me just pull it up right here and on the way.
Nope, here I go. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
And
I don't care about no presents
underneath the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I hung up.
You did?
Yeah.
You can't handle that song, Giorgio?
No.
What are the rules about me just playing music?
Can't do it.
At all?
No.
But even if we're talking?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It picks up everything?
Yeah.
I want to go back on Patreon.
We will.
Okay.
Next week.
Are you going to tell me that we're on Patreon next week?
No.
Oh.
You'll probably be back on the main channel next week.
Okay. You know what? Am I going to get paid more?
No. You're getting paid in exposure. We should actually pay you less now.
Giorgio, I've been doing the entertainment thing long enough to know exposure isn't going to buy me a butter burger from Culver's, okay? Money is. With this kind of inflation, it's getting more and more expensive to buy a custard and cheese curds and a butter burger from Culver's.
I'm cutting out the middleman. I'm going to pay you in butter burgers.
Now we're talking business, and I've been in this business long enough to know that's good business.
I'm saving by the vertical integration, you see.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to change hands. There's nothing to be shipped. I just manifest the butter burgers, and then I pay you in them. And then I also give you a ghost bed to sleep on, and then the Sharpie to write on your stomach with. All right, this is now sounding problematic. Yes,
Dude, I'll tell you one thing. No, I do shit. Look, I'm in the second part of my 30s right now, and I'll tell you what. My friend gave me a brand new iPhone, so I've been watching his dogs and cats for an entire week. I'm watching for 7 days dogs and cats for an iPhone.
Wait, time out. You have traded your time for an iPhone.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have to feed dogs and cats. It's work.
Right, and I understand that, but it's just like I like this barter system we're going to now. It's like we're no longer using fiat currencies.
No.
All our investments are crypto, which is basically the lottery, and we're just trading goods that consumerism makes us buy anyway.
Yeah.
And so now we're using the surplus of goods that we have as people to barter with, and I like this new crazy dystopian future we have.
I'm crazy about it too. I'm only worried because I don't understand that much about anything to begin with. So I feel like when we deep dive into it, I'm going to get left behind, and that's why That's why I work for the Drinking Bros Network, is just in case anything bad ever happens, I'm around people that know what they're doing.
No one here knows what they're doing.
Well, at least I'll be able to get my hands on some pot.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I haven't done during this show, which I do? It's
Taking a heater?
I haven't had a heater, and that's what we call them in the Midwest. We call them heaters. People in New England call them butts. I don't know what the other slang for them is, but I'm going to go have a cigarette. I always do it. It's in my contract that I'm allowed a cigarette break in the middle of my show. And now, Giorgio, if you want to take any calls, if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about being what it's like to be a Greek American, if you want to regale people with stories of being a Greek American, you could do whatever you want.
Okay. I guess you got a text message.
From?
Danny.
Is she saying I'm not allowed to take a cigarette break?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Am I in trouble for something?
I don't know. I didn't read it. Well, Jack, how am I supposed to know things that I don't read?
Well, read it. I want to make sure I'm not in trouble.
I can't read it because now I'm on the spot to entertain the people because you are going for your heater.
Well, maybe you... Tell me I can't enjoy a cigarette if I know I'm in trouble for something.
I don't know if you're in trouble if I can't read it.
Just read it then. I feel like we're doing Abbott and Costello here. Just read the text, Giorgio. What's in the text? Come on, what's in the text?
Something about a ghost bed ad?
Are we not supposed to push ghost bed on this particular show?
No, I think we're supposed to do some sort of ghost bed ad. Some sort of commercial.
Am I going to get paid for it?
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, look, whatever you want to do while I'm gone, it's up to you.
Okay, here's the plan, Jack.
It literally says ghost bed right.
Yeah, I know.
Right behind me.
Yeah, the other way. There we go.
Man, I'd be a terrible weatherman. I'll tell you that right now.
You would be. You'd be a horrible weatherman.
I'd be the worst.
You'd come to work wearing green.
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, look, I'm gonna. They would. What's it called in a job where they don't promote you, but they send you down a rank, or what's it called?
Okay, how do you feel about this? We both ignore our responsibilities and don't read the emails or the text messages, and we just go about our day.
Am I in trouble, Giorgio? I need to know.
I don't think so. I just think there's things we have to do, and if we pretend we don't know about them, even though there's clear evidence that we do.
Oh, we're going with the ostrich approach right now. I love that. I live my life for that approach. I ostrich myself all the time.
Even though I have my red receipts on, so they clearly know I've read the text message already.
Yeah, Giorgio, I texted you at 4:56, and I said, "Are you down for a 5:30 show?" And at 5:06, it shows that you read it, and you showed up in the studio like 20 minutes later. You didn't even bother responding. You left me on edge until you actually showed up to the studio. And you've done that to me a lot of times.
How's that feel, Jack?
I don't know. I mean, look, look at me. I'm used to being ghosted, but like, come on, man. It's
Is it being ghosted? I saw you 10 minutes later.
That's true. Yeah, you made it up for you were here for me. Yeah, that's true. And you know me, man. Look, what do they call them? Personality types or whatever it is. What's the one or the love languages?
Yes.
What's the one where it's like you need,
words of validation?
I need affirmation, right?
Affirmation, yeah.
I'm a words of affirmation guy. So I need you to communicate with me, not just for professional reasons, but personal reasons. I get hurt. I'm very sensitive.
I understand that, Jack. As a water sign, I am empathizing with you. I think some people would call me an empath. I'm not calling myself that. That's for the people to call me that.
What's an empath?
It's where I feel for you, Jack.
Oh, but isn't that just part of being human? Is you're supposed to able to empathize with people?
It is, but it's like when you're really good
like
at
the
it.
zombies outside of the methadone clinic.
What famous rock song referenced a methadone clinic?
It's down at the methadone clinic.
Yeah.
Kid Rock.
Thank you.
Bar with the bar, the
bang, the bang, diggy, 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 said the boogie, set up, jump the boogie.
Yeah. That's Kid Rock. My name is Kid. Kid Rock. Baba da baba dang dang diggy 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 di bop bop a dooey pama na mama power rate baba digga da 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 bop a dooey. So this one goes out to all the midnight prancers, the midnight dancers,
and the chopless prancers.
Yeah. and
Ned Flanders.
all my homies down at cell block 6 and getting their fix from the methadone clinic. And then it had the little guy, Joe C.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the drummer lady. He had a lady drummer.
Maybe we shouldn't have glorified that part of white America.
What part of white America?
That
You're
part.
talking about the 90s? It is amazing in the 90s when we had a booming economy. There was relative, throughout American history, there was relative peace at that time. Like, everything was going good.
This is what happened when life was too good.
Well, we had the
Spears and
angriest
Justin Timberlake were wearing.
We had the angriest music. We had grunge came about, and then we had I grew up listening to Limp Bizkit and Korn and everything.
Limp Bizkit is back.
Yeah, well, I love them.
They just released a new album.
What were we so angry about back then? 9/11 hadn't even happened yet. What were we so angry about?
Caller, why were we so angry in the 90s?
I think we were angry in the 90s because we didn't have autistic influencers.
What?
Huh?
I just think all influencers on Instagram are autistic.
Cut him off, Giorgio. Was this your attempt at humor?
I cut him off, so I don't know if he can hear you now.
I'm not gonna sit here and use that word as a pejorative.
No.
Or I'm not gonna allow that word to have negative connotations because it doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I know how you dumbass Drinking Bros listeners are. Oh, you think everything's woke and you think everything's woke culture but I'm not going to live a life where I associate autism with negativity in any way. It's uncomfortable when Jack starts scolding and you don't even know if it's real or not. You don't know if I actually feel this way.
I think you do. I mean, I felt this way ever since an autistic person beat me at checkers.
Oh, you have anger.
No. I learned then that I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah.
We can be friends.
He's better than me.
Yeah. And then we hung out and shared a sandwich.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, I don't know what autistic influencers means or anything like that. And I
don't either, but maybe this caller can cheer us up. Caller?
Hey, I will give it a shot. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you got a voice.
I appreciate that.
Well,
I ought to have a voice. I'm pissed off. I'm still at work trying to get this goddamn thing done, and it's still not working.
You have got a voice. Where are you calling in from?
And what are you trying to get done?
Take a guess.
I don't know. Okay, can you say? Just give me one sentence, and I want to try to figure out dialect here.
Let's see. Hang on. One sentence. That's a toughie. I'm trying to stump you here.
Well, okay. Just do you refer to soft drinks as soda or pop or Coke?
Oh, it's definitely soda or Coke, but it's not like soda. It's not soda.
It's soda.
So definitely, it's soda. Yeah, you could definitely stay away from the eastern end there.
Okay. So he could be a PNW guy. He could be a PNW guy. But I'm not getting PNW vibes. I'm thinking. Okay, let me guess. Are you from like Ohio-ish?
Negative, but I did have a sister who lived in Ohio. Actually.
Are you east or west of Ohio?
Oh, I'm far west.
Well, maybe you are a PNW guy. Are you from Washington?
Negative.
Oregon?
A little lower than that.
Northern California?
No, not that low.
Central California?
Negative.
Wait, are you from Utah?
Yes, sir, I am.
You're from Utah. Okay. All right. Well, it just took about 17 guesses.
Hey, you were close. I mean, you nailed it. I'll give you that.
Okay. So, hey, caller.
Yes, sir.
So what do you got to talk about with this beautiful, handsome voice? I thought you were one of the regulars named Ruben at first. You sound like a young Ruben.
I actually, believe it or not, I am a reg. I just never call in. But tonight I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm bored. I'm sitting here dicking around on this generator trying to finish it in time, and I'm gonna call these guys.
Well, what's up, bro? What are you doing on this beautiful Friday night? I'll tell you one thing. I like your voice so much, I'm not even going to have a cigarette. You're literally saving my life right now.
You got to be shitting me. You ain't even going to step out?
No, I'll do it after the show. I only got 12 minutes left on the show. So, yeah, of course I'm going to have one.
I actually called. I was like, oh, fuck, I was going to step out for a sec. Maybe the lines might be clear for a minute. So, I'll call him like right now.
So what are you doing? Are you you're a couple hours behind. What are you doing on this Friday night, early evening for you?
Well, early evening for me is kind of an understatement. I usually work way too much. So I am, at the moment, I'm building a generator van is what we call them. But I stick a big ass generator inside a semi-trailer, and then we wire them up for mine sites and gravel pits and stuff like that, so that they can head out across the world. And
have you ever thought about doing voice acting or voice-over work?
I haven't, but you're making me think about it now.
I can't be the first person that said something to you about your condition.
I've heard it. You're really like kind of really making me feel self-esteem now. See, I knew there was a reason I should have called.
You have a vocal condition, and I like it, and I want you to spread it.
I appreciate that. Maybe I'll look into that.
I want you to spread it like HPV in the early 2000s.
I'll definitely do that. I'm all about that. As long as I don't get AIDS again, I'm all good.
That's good. Now, you're a Utah man. Are you a member of the church? I gotta ask.
Negative.
Are you a former member of the church?
No, my mother is heavily into that.
Mm-hmm. So you do come from that background.
Well, no, not really. So there's this kind of interesting story. So as a young man, she would have loved that. She tried to push that on me very heavily. I got caught with my first Rob Zombie CD when I was like 8.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to switch me for 2 CDs of the Backstreet Boys.
He's definitely Rob Zombie's. Rob Zombie is no Mormon Tabernacle Choir, that's for sure. Yeah.
No, fuck no. And then so anyway, she really tried to push it on me heavily, but my escape was my father. So we'd go drink beer in the mountains. He taught me to be an early drinker. And,
yeah, it's beautiful mountains.
Good pair.
Now, I know since you're not a Mormon, you're not afraid for 3 ways. I got my buddy Marty Skovlin just called in. Marty, you're live on air on the Friday Night Jack Sesh. Marty, how are you today, my friend?
I just want to say, first and foremost, that it has been my dream since I was a young boy to be on the Friday Night Jack Sesh. So I kind of blacked out on excitement, and I'm honored. I'm honored to be on the Jack Sesh.
Marty, you are live on air, or what are we called in the podcasting word? Do we say air, Giorgio, for podcasting?
We are whatever we are.
We are whatever. Now, for all of you that don't know, Marty Skovlin he is the editor of Coffee or Die magazine for Black Rifle Coffee. And he is not only one of the most talented writers I've ever come to know. I've learned so much from him professionally, but he has been one of my dearest. I've known him for almost 10 years now. We've hung out together in every corner of this country and done so many sweet adventures together. And what I like most about Marty's from Central South Dakota, and I'm from Minnesota. You know, they're right next to each other. A lot of people, you know, they associate that whole region as kind of all being the same. And I gotta say, Marty represents everything that's good about where I come from, and that's what I appreciate about Marty.
Oh, thanks, Jack. You're making me blush.
Now, Marty, I got 8 more minutes, and trust me, Marty, I'm counting down the minutes here because I really want a cigarette. But I got 7 more minutes left on air right now, and can I call you on my way home?
Yeah. But just speaking of adventures, I just wanted to. I mean, I feel like this is like a cool thing to do on air. I don't know if you're tracking or not, but did you know you're going to Hawaii with us in December?
No, when?
For Pearl Harbor for the 80th anniversary.
Bro, we got to talk about this in the car, but there may be some conflict. You know, my grandfather.
Oh no!
I'm filming a movie because I'm a D level, or I'm not even D. I'm an N level. I'm an O level, comedy star.
Well, Ben Affleck, who was at Pearl Harbor, fought in the Battle of Pearl Harbor. Ben Affleck will be very disappointed.
Jack, I'll go in your place. I'll go in your representation
Marty,
of you.
Are you yanking my chain?
No. Well, I mean, Ben Affleck did fight in the Battle of Pearl Harbor. That's,
true story. I got drunk and I bear hugged Ben Affleck in Dubai years ago. That's a whole different story. But did you know that my grandfather is on? You know where the Punch Bowl Cemetery is?
No, I don't know where the Punch Bowl Cemetery is, but where is it?
It's the National Cemetery there in Oahu. It's near Diamond Head, and it's a beautiful. It's the most beautiful national cemetery in the United States. And they have what's called the Wall of the Hall or the Wall of the Missing, and it's all the MIAs from World War II. And my grandfather, my dad's dad, is up. His name is up on that wall.
No kidding.
Yeah, G.J. Mandeville, Aviation Ordnanceman, second class.
I will look for that.
Yeah, his plane went bloop, right into the ocean.
Wow. Well, he's a hero.
Which makes me a Grand Gold Star child. Where's my bennies? Where's my SGLI bennies? I'm a Grand Gold Star child.
And this brings up an important point, which is, Jack Mandeville is a hero in many respects. Not only is he a hero of the what's your Stolen Valor unit?
I'm a Red Horse, 820th out of Nellis.
Yeah. So you're a hero of the Red Horse Battalion. You're a hero of the Duffel Blog variety. You're a hero of the Great Grandson Gold Star variety, and you're a hero of the Missouri River ice. I've never seen somebody cruise across that ice so valiantly, so bravely as Jack Mandeville.
Marty, you can tell me. Marty, you can tell me. I lost my Minnesota card. Just tell me the truth, Marty. Marty, I'm all about the truth. Whether you know me, Marty, I'm all about the truth, whether it's uncomfortable or not. I want to always tell the truth.
Can I tee up the story?
Just tell the story. Don't ever always tell the truth. When I die, I don't want people to be like, he was such a. If people fucking had beef with me, I want them to just say it. Like, I don't ever want people to.
I just think it's a great story of the tundra,
I lost my Minnesota card.
No, you didn't lose your Minnesota card. You were just probably more authentic Minnesota than most Minnesotans. Most Minnesotans wouldn't admit it. But so the Missouri River freezes over in the wintertime, right above the dam. If you fall through that ice, you're pretty much done. That water is going.
Yeah.
And so me, Jack Mandeville, and a couple other people crammed into like a little Toyota Datsun that is like, most people.
It was Marty the adventure photographer. It was Marty the adventure journalist. It was your brother, the adventure photographer, and a Medal of Honor recipient, and me, a fucking dick and joke writer.
And we're spinning cookies out there on the ice that's got cracks all over the place. Like, this was not a safe environment. Jack has one-knuckled the whole time, making jokes, but also like making it very clear that he's also uncomfortable, which any person in their right mind would have been super uncomfortable with the way we were spinning around on ice, that we could fall through at any moment. And then, and back it up a little bit too, took one of the bravest shits I have ever seen somebody take in my life, like 40 below zero.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That is, you deserve a medal of honor.
I definitely deserve like some sort of medal that goes around the neck. That kind of shit was a medal around the neck.
And so
I concur.
And then to follow it all up, not only did you brave the tundra, you go into that ice shack and you spear the biggest walleye that's come out of that river.
28 inches.
Like
28-inch walleye. Put a spear right through it.
Yeah, not
you're just bragging now.
Jack Mandeville speared a whale of a walleye. It was incredible.
I thought you were going to be telling people how I was freaking out that I was going to fall through the ice. I didn't know you were going to say such nice things.
You were just more overt about it.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm a coward, Marty.
Like I said, you're the hero. You're the hero in many respects.
Ever since I got out of the Air Force, I've reduced myself.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jack, I don't want to take up all the rest of your time here. But
hey, by the way,
so I legitimately did not know I was calling into your show.
No, it's you're on the Friday Night Jack session, and I'll say this. By the way, Marty, I was literally talking earlier on the show about the long Minnesota goodbye, and we've literally been doing that. We're showing everybody what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
Everyone's too afraid to just hang up on each other. But Marty, I got another guy. Hey, look, I'm gonna give you a call. Because I gotta go. I promised someone I was gonna let their dog shit and eat because they gave me an iPhone. So I gotta head back down soon after this, and we're gonna wrap it up with this caller, and then I'll call you probably here in a half hour or so when I'm back in the car.
I love you.
Yeah, Galska, I love you, bro. Caller, I'm so sorry. I was just reminiscing with Marty. And it's not that I don't like you, it's just I've known Marty longer.
No, you are absolutely fine, Jack. I actually appreciate you just picking up. I feel like I could bullshit with you all night, honestly.
Yeah. I could listen to that voice all night, but we're at the part of the show. So we wrap up every Friday Night Jack Sesh by saying something nice to each other, right? So we go in a circle, and then you got to say something nice about yourself too. But I'm going to start it off. Giorgio. Is Giorgio? Oh, you're here, Giorgio. I gotta say, you've been on the ball tonight. I love working with you. I always love working. And I feel like I say this every time that I love working with you, but I truly do love working with you. And thank you for being the guy you are and all that. And I gotta say, with you, caller, it's the voice. It's the voice that I love the most about you. And I wish I could get to know you more, but right now,
hey, you love my personality. Come to Utah one day. I'll show you some grizzly bears.
See, you got a laugh about you. I can tell you're a fun dude to go have a beer in the middle of the ice with, doing some ice fishing. And as far as myself,
we'll go ice fishing.
As far as myself, I gotta say, I don't have what you'd call a body, but I think I just found the one angle where I think I look my best. So this is my angle. I'm gonna maintain this angle for the rest of the show because I think this is the best angle.
It's a good angle.
This is as good as it gets for me because when I do this number, it's not good.
No, it's arms up. It's long, long. Think long.
I noticed I was doing this earlier. I think I look okay like this, but I think this is a good angle right here.
That's good.
Yeah, it's improving. Everybody's got their own stick.
Yeah.
It's like for me, I make up for it with big trucks, and my little dick doesn't have, I'm one of those compensating whenever you can.
If you got a personality, that's all that matters. But we're gonna wrap up this Friday Night Jack Sesh.
Thank you for calling, caller.
We're gonna wrap this sucker up. Giorgio, are we allowed to do any play out music on this?
No. I think we just tell the people we love them. We tell them to keep coming back to the main channel. Also to go to the Patreon because there will be new stuff there soon to replace Jack's show. Maybe Jack does 2 shows a week. Maybe Jack starts cooking. I don't know. Maybe we make Jack work. But thank you all for coming and hanging out tonight, and we'll see you next
Friday. I would love to do a cooking show where I do exotic dishes.
We know,
Minnesota
Jack. We know. It'd be so great.
Minnesota tacos.
Walkie tacos.